The secret behind the revenge against Christians and Syrian minorities. Lord bless you. In all my activities, I am concerned with protecting the Christian presence. However, I cannot explain the situation of Christians without discussing what is happening behind the scenes. During our ongoing meetings over the past 14 years to this day, some of which are high-level meetings dedicated to the situation in Syria, my role has been and remains to protect Christians from retaliation. To explain the situation, it is essential to point out that Bashar al-Assad's regime has transformed Syria into a land of mafias, crimes, and corruption is entirely different from Hafez al-Assad's Ba'athist regime. Hafez al-Assad was in partnership with the Sunnis who held power, and they were the ones who ensured his rule for 30 years. Today I will not discuss the events involving the Muslim Brotherhood, but it is important to note that Christians also held leadership positions in the Ba'ath Party and in key state positions, from Hafez al-Assad's advisors to ministers, even within the army. They also achieved the highest academic ranks. But the big question is, what does the West know and what are their plans? All decision makers in the West realize that present-day Syria has become a breeding ground for jihadists led by Hayat Tahrir al-Sham and al-Julani, who are taking revenge on the minorities who were forced to coexist with Bashar al-Assad's regime. The Syrian dilemma is a conflict between two projects: the British-American project, which paved the way for making Syria a land of jihadists, and this project is supported by some Arabic Gulf states. Regarding the Christian situation, throughout history, the British have harbored animosity towards Orthodox Christians. To illustrate, without going too far back in history, the British exiled the Archbishop of Cyprus, who refused to partition the island, and they were behind the partition of Cyprus in favor of the Turks. The goal was to sever the Orthodox geographical connection via Cyprus. In Syria, the British project aims to make Orthodox Christians and other Syrian minorities targets of revenge by Islamic jihadists, in order to control the Islamic jihadists by allowing them to violate Christians and other minorities. Of course, ending the Russian presence is one of their main objectives, and this has directly affected the Orthodox Patriarch, who has become powerless and has no choice but to concede on the concept of the Orthodox majority among Syrian Christians and depriving him of the ability to protect the Orthodox presence in Syria. In comparison with the era of Hafez al-Assad, the possibility of revenge or the exclusion of Christians was not possible during Hafez al-Assad's era, because there was a strong balance of power in the relationship between him and the Orthodox Patriarch. The other projects are the European project and Russia project, which contradicts the British-American project. We will discuss it later.